Most trading problems don't come from a lack of information. They come from a lack of structure. And over the years, I've learned that if trading isn't anchored in something deeper than emotion, it's eventually going to pull you off course. And that's why everything that I teach builds on 4 principles that guide every decision that I make in the markets. My name is Michael. I'm a pastor. I teach faith-based leaders how to trade stocks and options for extra income. And these rules have been guidelines for me for many, many years. They're what I call the 4 core principles of faith-based trading. And principle number 1 is that risk comes first. Before I ever think about profit, I think about protecting my account. The very first principle of faith-based trading is simple. Risk comes first. Proverbs says that the prudent see danger and take refuge. Now that's not fear, that's wisdom. Every trade that I take begins with a defined risk. I decide what I'm willing to lose before I ever consider what I might gain. Not after, not emotionally, but before. Because if you don't survive the trade, the strategy you use really doesn't matter. And if you don't protect your capital, you eventually remove yourself from the game entirely. Faith-based trading doesn't mean ignoring risk and just trusting God with the outcome. It means stewarding risk responsibly and refusing to gamble with what you've been given. Profit is optional. Survival is not. Principle number 2. Discipline is non-negotiable. Consistency in your trading doesn't come from urgency, it comes from discipline. So Proverbs tells us that whoever gathers little by little will cause it to increase, right? And that verse destroys the idea that success comes from big moments or bold bets in the market. Discipline is showing up when nothing exciting is happening. It's following your rules when no one's watching. It's taking the same setups the same way, even when your emotions want to interfere. You see, most traders don't fail because they lack opportunities. There's plenty of opportunities in the market. They fail because they abandon discipline in moments of impatience. So faith-based trading removes that sense of urgency. It replaces it with steady execution and long obedience in the same direction. So break discipline and eventually the market will break you. And principle number 3 is trade with a long view in mind. So going along with that same idea, we see this third principle. You know, short-term emotions destroy our long-term outcomes when it comes to trading. When we trade with the long-term view in mind, it serves us much better than only looking at the next trade. The book of Proverbs says, commit your activities to the Lord and your plans will be established. Now, that doesn't mean that every trade works out for you, but it means that your direction stays aligned with where your long-term objective is. Short-term thinking pulls traders off course. One bad trade feels personal, or it makes us be emotional. A losing week here and there feels like failure. Suddenly, the progress that you've made gets abandoned. And not only the progress is abandoned, even more importantly, your process gets abandoned as well. A long-term view changes everything about that. You stop chasing, you stop forcing, you stop measuring your worth by individual outcomes. You see, faith-based trading asks a better question. Is this decision aligned with who I'm becoming as a trader over time? The markets reward patience far more than it rewards brilliance. And principle number 4 is that trading cannot be fully copied. Here's what I mean by that. Borrowing ideas from other traders is easy, but building conviction takes time. Now, this principle is that trades cannot be a trading system, an effective trading system cannot be fully copied as we like to see with algorithms and machines that are going to trade for us, right? Proverbs reminds us that plans succeed with counsel. Now, notice it doesn't say plans succeed with imitation. You can learn frameworks, you can study strategies, but at some point in your trading career, you have to understand why you're doing the things that you're doing. Blindly copying trades removes responsibility, and when your responsibility is removed, the discipline eventually disappears. And from my experience, the mechanical trading systems where bots are trading your money for you rarely ever work out in the long term. because there's a level of discretion that is required to trade well over a long time frame. Faith-based trading values guidance, but it doesn't value dependency. It teaches you how to think, but not how to follow blindly. Confidence is built through understanding, not through shortcuts. So these 4 principles shape everything I do in the market. Risk comes first. Discipline is non-negotiable. The long view matters, and real trading skill cannot be fully copied. They don't guarantee profits, these principles, but they do guarantee alignment. When you discipline yourself to follow all 4 of them, your trading becomes aligned with wisdom, with structure, with good stewardship, and you stop fighting the markets and you start working with it.